Number 9. Whole life insurance, the private banking system. Whole life insurance is often misunderstood as just a death benefit product, but wealthy families sometimes use it differently. Certain structured policies allow cash value to grow over time, which can be borrowed against while the policy remains active. This creates a form of internal liquidity, often called infinite banking in financial education circles. For generations, wealthy families have used insurance structures as part of estate planning, allowing them to transfer wealth efficiently while maintaining access to capital.
This reflects the old money lifestyle, where assets are designed for long-term stability rather than short-term spending. Instead of liquidating investments, they borrow against them, preserving growth. It's a quiet but powerful example of wealth preservation strategy, often linked to the broader wealth mindset. But what happens when investors stop avoiding debt and start buying it? That leads to debt investing.
Number 10. Debt investing. Buying what others fear. Most people try to avoid debt, but sophisticated investors often see it as an opportunity. Debt investing involves buying distressed loans, bonds, or tax liens at discounted prices, then collecting repayments or taking control of underlying assets. A well-known example is Apollo Global Management, which built part of its reputation on acquiring distressed debt during financial downturns. When markets panic, these investors step in where others exit.
This strategy reflects a core old money trait. Profit often comes from patience during fear cycles. It is not risk-free. Defaults and delays are common, but when structured correctly, returns can be significant. Debt investing also highlights the difference between old money versus new money thinking. One avoids problems, the other prices them. But what if government-backed housing became a steady income stream? That brings us to Section 8 investing.
Number 11. Section 8 housing. Government-backed cash flow. Section 8 is a U.S. housing assistance program that helps eligible tenants pay rent through government support. For property owners, this can create relatively stable rental income because a portion of the rent is paid through government-backed assistance. Many real estate investors are attracted to the predictability of cash flow and strong tenant demand associated with the program. This strategy reflects a classic old money principle: prioritize reliable income over excitement. And speaking of protecting wealth, don't forget to check out Review Daddy 2026 Ghost Protocol for the Wealth. The wealthy don't just build assets, they protect them. This guide reveals practical strategies for safeguarding your digital assets, online privacy, and personal wealth. Click the link in the description to download your copy today. But what if you could buy shares in tomorrow's billion-dollar companies before they ever reach the stock market? That's where pre-IPO secondaries come in.
Number 12. Pre-IPO secondaries. Investing before the crowd. When startup employees receive company shares, they sometimes want liquidity before the company goes public. Wealthy investors often purchase those shares through private secondary transactions. Before companies such as Facebook and Uber went public, private investors gained access through secondary markets. The appeal is obvious. Investors can potentially enter before a public listing increases visibility and demand. However, these opportunities are usually limited to accredited investors and involve significant risk because private companies can fail. Still, it demonstrates another old money principle. Access often matters as much as capital. But what if your investment wasn't a company at all, but an actual sports team?
Number 13. Sports team equity. Owning the team. Professional sports franchises have historically delivered impressive long-term appreciation. Teams in leagues such as the National Football League and National Basketball Association have seen valuations rise dramatically over the decades. Beyond prestige, ownership can provide unique financial and tax planning advantages depending on the jurisdiction and structure involved. Many billionaire families view sports teams as multi-generational assets rather than short-term investments. The scarcity factor is powerful. There are only so many professional teams available for purchase, which helps support long-term value growth. But some of the wealthiest investors don't buy teams. They buy pieces of the firms buying everything else. That's where GP stakes come in. Number 14. GP stakes. Owning the money managers. This is one of the least understood wealth strategies on the list. A GP stake means investing in the management company of a private equity firm rather than investing in a single fund. Instead of earning returns from one deal, investors may gain exposure to management fees and carried interest generated across multiple funds. Major firms such as Blackstone and KKR helped make this model attractive to institutional investors. In simple terms, you're not betting on one investment. You're investing in the people collecting fees from thousands of investments. This is why many consider GP stakes one of the closest things to owning a financial toll booth. But the final investment on our list may be the most unexpected of all. Number 15. Stud fees. The horse breeding business. The final strategy sounds unusual, but it has created fortunes for generations. Champion racehorses can generate significant income through breeding rights. Owners may syndicate a horse and collect stud fees every time the animal breeds. One famous example is Frankel, whose breeding value became enormously significant after a successful racing career. So, what you've just seen isn't random investing. It's a blueprint. From infrastructure to insurance structures, from debt plays to pre-IPO access, every strategy on this list points to one thing. The wealthy don't chase money. They engineer systems that multiply it quietly over time. If you want to understand the mindset behind all of this, then watch this next breakdown. 7 old money habits that quietly build generational wealth, showing on the screen now. And if you're serious about thinking like the wealthy, protecting your digital footprint, and understanding how modern wealth is preserved in silence, then get our Review Daddy 2026 Ghost Protocol for the Wealth. It's not just a guide, it's a framework for privacy, protection, and long-term financial awareness in a digital world. Click the link in the description and get your copy now.